Yes guys, what is up? Welcome to Supercars in London and Merry Christmas, and welcome to a video that I did not foresee myself filming and bringing you guys, but the time has come to reveal my dream motorbike. Michelin promised me an experience like no other where they were going to be introducing me to the varied world of two wheels. Episode 1 saw me do a little bit of idiots go motorbike shopping down at Motoline with Chris Baron von Grumble or the legend of 44 Teeth. Episode 2, I was with Dougie Lampkin, off-road, trials bikes, really getting to grips with kind of not really having any rules as opposed to being out on the road. But then episode 3 with Carl Fogarty, an absolute legend when it comes to motorbikes and superbike racing, showed me the CCM Spitfire, and I was able to get to grips with a naked cafe racer. I have to say, all of the experiences have kind of formed together for the bike that's behind me, because I love the off-roading stuff, but obviously I'm going to be taking it on the road. I wanted that Italian flair that I saw down at Motoline, and I cannot describe how hard it has been to be stood here in front of you filming this video right now. It has been a whirlwind of emotions. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my 2020 brand new Ducati Hypermotard RVE. And here it is. I think it's safe to say we all know that I'm no expert when it comes to motorbikes. I'm not really a car expert, I just love them. And I think over time, I'm going to grow to love this. This is the Ducati Hypermotard RVE. Now there are so many bikes to choose from. Michelin obviously took me through their world and all of the different bikes that I could choose. I was almost gonna go and buy a super sports bike. I came very close to doing that, but there is something awesome about this and how it combines everything that I've experienced with Michelin, the off-road, the on-road, even down to the exhausts that sit here under the seat in the Hypermotard. Reminds me of the CCM Spitfire that I had riding with Carl Fogarty, and feeling the vibrations underneath my bum added a characteristic that I've never experienced before. So to have exhausts running under the seat like this, there is so much Italian flair with Ducati. I've spoken to a bunch of owners. They all say the same, that they are just an absolute joy to own. So I'm really excited about the ownership experience of this bike. And to be stood here is such a relief to be filming this video right now, because this bike arrived yesterday at 3 p.m. from when we're filming. So 24 hours old. I've done about 30 miles to get to this point. We've changed over the tyres, so it now runs Michelin Road 5 tyres. And the whole package is perfect for me, being such a novice rider. I can gain experience on this. I haven't gone for a super sports bike just because it looks cool, but is actually going to intimidate me. I think I can learn quite a lot from this bike. It's 114 brake horsepower, bags of torque. I've heard it's so much fun, and fundamentally it's a twin cylinder 937cc engine. It's got the quick shifter, which in the automotive world is a sequential gearbox. So I use the clutch to move away, and then all the way through the revs gears, I can just flick up the quick shifter and be able to shift gears much quicker. It looks amazing. I love this graffiti. This design with the wheels looks perfect. Whilst I've worked with Michelin for the last 5 years, and I think it's safe to say that tyre performance and technology is equally as important on cars as it is on motorbikes. Within the bike world and the bike community, it's talked about and understood a lot more about just how important it is to have the right tyres on. So I've got the Michelin Road 5s, and this is perfect for the weather that we're currently filming in. We are in winter here in December. It is going to be ideal for the wet, the cold temperatures. It's got the grip, and Michelin always smash it when it comes to their compound technologies. They're always class leading when it comes to their wet and dry performance. So I am so thankful that I've got these tyres on the bike. so that I can actually start to test where the limits are. I want to show you my bike, which I'm so proud of, so excited, and I think next year, when the weather actually gets a little bit better, it is going to be absolutely incredible. It's got 3 modes, urban, tourer and sport mode, and you can customize them. So it's got a wheelie control, which I'm definitely going to have all the way on. It's got traction control, and it's also got how responsive the throttle is. So everything's customizable on this thing, much more customizable than a car. And I have to say, I didn't do that many miles in the Honda CBR 650. It was a lone bike, didn't quite gel with it the way that I was expecting to, whilst I like the looks of it to ride, a little bit bland in comparison to how I've experienced on this. This is a much bigger bike. It's much taller. It's got a much more upright position, and absolutely no protection here whatsoever. So I won't be taking this on the motorway, but I think I should take this down to Motoline and show Chris, because he has been massively influential in me buying this bike. He has helped me along the way find the perfect first bike. And whilst he said, yeah, you can go and buy whatever bike you want, you can go and buy Panigale, go and buy the fastest bike in the world, this is going to do you wonders in the next 2 to 3 years. So I really want to get out, ride, hope this rain stops, because I can see some blue sky up there, and go and find Chris at Motoline so that he can see this bike. But there we go, it's Christmas, and I bought myself a bike. Well, I've got my first proper experience of riding in December, and I'm not sure I'm a fan of it, but we've come back down to Motoline. Chris, check it out.
Mate, bike's amazing, perfect weather for it.
I bought it from Ducati Cambridge.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been such an incremental part of this purchase, advising me, showing me all sorts of different bikes, that I actually feel like in a way that I bought it through Motoline.
Well, we could just say you did. I think this has got everything. It's definitely not too soft. It's definitely, you could stay on this bike forever and still enjoy it. So there's lots to learn about it. It's a cool riding position, it's comfy. Probably not the sort of best for this type of weather, but you know, it's. I know you were going to ride it about 3 times in the sunshine anyway, so, so it's all good.
No, do you know what the thing is? That I think because we filmed all of the other episodes with weather a little bit like this, whilst I didn't really like the temperatures, everything else was fine.
Yeah.
Like when I was with Dougie and I got muddy in the wet, I was like, oh, do you know what? That's hilarious. Because I didn't have to do the washing after.
This is true. And you're working quite hard on
Yeah,
the task.
I think now I just want to go out and ride it some more, get more used to it. You were telling me be very careful on these tyres.
Yeah, so when you ever get your car tyres changed, like, you know, be careful first, you know, 100 miles, whatever. Bike tyres particularly, you know, it's so, they you know, they're a lot better now than they used to be. But,
Yeah.
you know, just be super careful with it, and just make sure your brain's switched on.
Yeah.
Because it's not just going to be a little bit of oversteer.
Yeah, I'm going to go ride it again now.
Okay, well, enjoy it. But thanks for coming down, and
Chris, no, thank you for everything. As always, you've been an absolute hero.
when you're ready, you come back and buy a Panigale or something.